North Carolina lawmakers want to make big changes to the state's foster care system. This comes 2 months after WRAL's documentary, Broken, Foster Care in North Carolina, exposed major flaws in how cases are handled. WRAL documentary reporter Kristen Severance talked to lawmakers, hoping a new law will be a big part of the solution.
82 groups have signed on to show their support of the Fostering Care in NC Act. Lawmakers tell me by starting this legislation in the House, they believe they can get it over the finish line.
This was a true bipartisan effort in this.
Republican Representative Alan Chesser, who represents Nash County, is the primary sponsor of the bill.
For the first time in 10 years, we're actually going to move a piece of legislation that makes children's lives better.
For the first time, citizens will have a process to review case decisions, and the state will have the authority to intervene when needed.
Foster parent Gail Osborne has fostered 40 kids. She said she's been waiting for these solutions for 15 years. Solutions to problems we pointed out in our WRAL documentary, Broken.
So the documentary for me is it ripped the Band-Aid off the system.
Broken also focused on the deaths of Blake and London Devon, adopted children whose disappearances went unnoticed for years.
And I really feel like if you would have had this law in effect, the outcome of that case may have been totally different. As a foster parent, I could have picked up the phone and called someone at the state, and the state could have intervened.
Similar foster care legislation was proposed last session, but derailed by Republican Representative Sarah Stevens. I asked Representative Chesser about that today.
But, one of your colleagues is the reason it didn't pass. How are you making sure that that doesn't happen this time?
I'm focused on making sure our bill passes this session. So I think that's the difference, is instead of it coming over to us and then being immediately assigned to a committee, now we're able to show the support that we have it to push it through our chamber first.
Representative Stevens has refused to do an interview or give a comment on the foster care issue to WRAL. But Representative Chesser said they've talked.
But in principle, I think she supports the overarching goal of what we're trying to do. So please hold us accountable and keep us on track to making sure this gets across the finish line.
In Raleigh, Kristen Severance, WRAL News.
We will. Representative Stevens told WRAL last year she thought the previous foster care bill was too broad. She has not said if she supports the new version. WRAL will continue to track the bill's progress. And you can watch Broken, Foster Care in North Carolina on WRAL.com. Just go to the documentary section.